If you can hear us. This is Underground Twitch to new people who've just tuned in. This is just exclusive for Twitch. It's Sunday night. We are at Underground. We are going to now look into the world predictions and for world events and that and see what's ahead. I've got my crystal ball, and then afterwards we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to I'll just go with the flow and see what comes. You can't plan channeling, and you can't plan, well, I'll try and do some remote viewing for you all. I've got my sleep mask, but I might use my glasses. I'll see. Just when I black out my eyes, I can see more, okay? And I'll darken the room a little bit more. Okay. So sit back and relax, and let's look into the looking glass for the next few years ahead. And we'll see what the crystal ball has to say for it all. She's nice and sparkly tonight. She's been in the garden all day. It's been a rather glorious day over here. Then it went a bit stormy earlier on, but there's a storm brewing, guys. There's a storm brewing. It's been rather warm over here today, actually. You like the shades? Oh yes, bit of Matrix tonight. Get into the mood. And for people who just joined in, also at the start of it, you can watch it back with you being a subscriber, and you'll be able to see the healing that I do with the angels before I bring to form the circle of light tonight. It's a bit like a spiritualist church. Okay, so what we have here is high alert. What's coming out very strong in this crystal ball. They are definitely up to something, and this is the dark individuals, which was the warmongers, which is trying to cause problems here. And I'm getting the world is in an egotistical war at the minute. It's all about man's ego. It's about who's got the bomb, who's going to take the power, people who are being used as puppets. Everyone's been like used as puppets who are in the limelight, and a lot of these people who are in limelights are either being used for the good or being used for the bad. Remember that it's like a puppet show, and it's above that the puppet controllers. You've got the good lords and the bad lords. It's a war of the worlds that we're in at the minute. It's a war of the worlds. Okay. So what do I see? Remember, I can't read the stream as I'm doing this. I can just go with the crystal ball with the visions. So we've got high alert here. I'm seeing something about, it's surrounding China seas. I don't know if it's got something to do with, actually it could be Kim Jong-un. I'm seeing a rocket going off here, so watch for that, and controversy there. But I'm also getting China and Taiwan very strong in this crystal ball tonight. So there could be something there where they're hyping up on the news. Remember what they're seeing on the news. It's like I'm seeing it ahead of time. Is what they're up to. So if you know what I mean. So I've got like that inbuilt radar here with this. Okay. So I'm definitely seeing Russia's playing a part of this as well. So there could be two events going off at the same time. I'm also seeing something to do with around the Black Sea. I've said this for a while. And I'm getting an event around the Bermuda area. But I don't know if that's connected. This could be two different events here. So there's something also to come off around the Bermuda area. And I'm seeing something to do with sea and a crash or something like that. Or a high, something to do with lots of water. It could be sea. I don't know if it's the Bermuda Triangle or something around that area. But I'm also seeing something to do with over into the China Seas as well. So Kim Jong-un, there's a very strangeness about him. Don't forget, I go with what I say and what I feel. I don't go along with everybody else. But I don't feel that Kim Jong-un is the real Kim Jong-un. I think there's something very different about him. I know he went off the scene for a while and disappeared in the pandemic. He disappeared, and then he's come back very thin and looks different. There's a lot of darkness what goes on there. And I get a very strange feeling, I've said this for a while, like the world is not what we think it is. And yes, it's a sphere. The world is round, it's not flat. But I do feel like I get a weird, I don't know if it's because it's me picking it up because it's isolated from the rest of the world. You know, they don't have social media. They are brainwashed, completely brainwashed. They don't have internet. They could never sit and watch something like this. Or anything, not even mainstream media. They're completely isolated away, and they're brainwashed that America is the enemy. But going back to past events where Kim Jong-un, he shook hands, didn't he, with Trump? Trump sort of broke the mold, and he was visiting all these different people. So looking at Kim Jong-un, I think that he is a tyrant, especially the way he treats his people. And it's like very police stated over there, a bit like in China. But there's a lot of poverty over there. But what I'm getting with that land over there, it's very rich land, full of minerals, full of potential of making a lot of money to do with trade, because they don't really do trade. They take money, they take stuff in from China, I believe. That's why he likes to keep in with him. Xi Jinping. But I believe that Trump's seen the potential, and like I said to you before, Trump plays between the horse and the hounds, so he wanted to keep Kim on his side so there could be trade done to cause peace, but you keep your enemy closer. Do you see what I mean? Like what I feel what King Charles is doing with the WEF. But he's nuts. He's absolutely nuts. So at the minute, it looks very worrying because he really doesn't like the Americans. And it's inbred in them. It goes back through the dynasties. They're very inbred, the Kim dynasty. My understanding is that he loves his children very much, and I don't know what the relationship is going on with his wife, but it's a very strange one. Somebody said, had emailed us and asked us if she was still alive. I think she's very controlled. But the footage recently is that he's been flaunting his daughter, who he loves very much, into these gatherings, because I believe that he wants his daughter to be in on the action into the future to take it further, which has never been done before. There's never been a woman in the Kim dynasty to take it further. But little does he know that the woman, his daughter, will come into power one day, but she also will join South and North Korea. Remember, we don't own our children. Our children sometimes are born in, they choose us to teach us lessons and to change things. There's a lot of the Earth volunteers from different waves who've come back onto this planet from out of this galaxy. They've chose to be born into different families to do great Earth work. To change things. And some of them are doing it magically. Some of them are doing it literally. But she is a starseed. No matter what you think of the Kim dynasty, Kim Jong's daughter is a starseed, and she will change North Korea. The sister's on a different level. She's very ruthless. But the daughter will be the one who will change the future. And also a young man. A young man which could stand next to his daughter into the future. Gone all very strange there. So I want to say that, so there's been a magical ritual what's taken place in the UK. There's a one to come in the US. Is there any sort of big days coming up in the US soon, guys? And I would say the inauguration is a ritual. The inauguration of the presidency is a ritual. Memorial Day. Interesting. Big news coming in around that time. Big news. So I said a little while ago, I said that there was already troops over there, UK and allies, which would be America, who were already on Russians, like the borders. Now recently there's been like a problem where the Kremlin's been attacked. I don't know if you've seen it or it's been out on mainstream news. The Kremlin was hit by a drone, but they fired it out the sky. And nobody knows. Russia's blaming the States for this. Okay. But has this been made up? Or not? Has it been Russia who's just done this to cause trouble? But I believe that it was planned. It came in from overseas to wind him up. Came in from overseas to wind him up. Okay. I'm seeing an island, and it's just off the Pacific, where I've said there's going to be problems. And I'm seeing lots of military. I don't know if it's all connected. I'm getting these dates. I don't know if you want to remember them. I'm getting these numbers. I'm getting 32, and I don't know why. 32. I want you to remember that. And it might sound very bizarre that I'm saying that, but it's going to mean something into the near future. The Kremlin got hit by the gremlin. Yeah. There's a volcano to erupt, and I would say that Gaia is a conscious being. Even though she's seen as a sphere, I feel she's been very artificially changed, unnaturally, is what I'm being given. So there's an energy field around Gaia which we're told that it is like the atmosphere, you know, otherwise we would be sucked off into space, all right? But I think there's more to that. I think they've got we're in a dome. I'm seeing like a dome of something. And what they do is, this is technology that we do not know. There's a dome around Gaia, and it's masking certain other planets and moons and things. She's suffering so much. Artificially manipulated is the word. And it's coming from the moon, guys. It's definitely coming from the moon. There's something, energy attacks have been coming from the moon. Now, China, communism, they took over the moon. This is what I'm being shown here. There were extraterrestrials there, because I've actually remote viewed there. I could try and do that tonight for you if you want, guys. But the US stopped going there. You know, there's talks that it didn't happen. It did happen, and they did many other expeditions, like other, you know, journeys there, and then all of a sudden it stopped because the Space Force is still, it's out there. It's been out there for decades. But I believe that China beat the post, along with a group of extraterrestrials, and they've been working to try to control Earth. So the DS is definitely connected there. But China does not, they don't need to do nuclear. They're not for that, because they know that it would be 3D literal. It would look like it's the end of the world. They can do that with the technology. They don't need to do nuclear. They don't need to do nuclear. So there is a lot of mind control going on this planet as well, as you know. Interceptions. Okay, so they want to be, their plan is to be the leader of economy. That's what it's about. And control people. So there's still a darkness going on the moon at the moment. But something has happened. And I would say it's been within a couple of weeks, basically, or a couple of months, no more than a couple of months. I want to say January, February. There's another part of Space Force what's gone in on the moon to stop it. A lot of protocols going on up in space. So when we were told that we had to stay in the lockdowns and we couldn't go out after a certain time, I believe there was energy attacks going on. That's what I believe. I thought the Galactic Federation of Worlds clean off the moon. No, I think it's a little bit more I think it's a more deeply connected than that. There is the Galactic Federation, and they do patrol the planet. But this is our mess. This is our mess. I'm wondering, I would say, you know how I've just said that there's another country gone in the Federation. It could be the Federation, another set of extraterrestrials. So there's been like something what's happened January, February at the latest. When will space go in on our TV? What do you mean by that, Teddy? Okay. So the cleanup's going to take a while. But the good news is that something has... They're up there, but they're being restricted. They're still on the moon, but they're being restricted. They're being restricted. It won't be a case how they're just coming flying in from the skies. We're not going to get disclosure like that, because they know that a majority of the human race can't take it. I would say that they're going to seep it in. We've got to sort this mess out first. The Galactic Federations aren't going to give us disclosure. It's going to be man what's going to do it. The man is going to be the one what stands somewhere and sees it the way it is and has a conversation with another man, and it will be outed. But I also feel that off-planet aliens are already here. When will they go on TV talk shows It won't be a TV talk show. It's going to be more like an interview. And it's got something to do with satellite. It's possibly Musk could play a part in this, yes. But there's other Musks to come forward. A little while ago, I had mentioned about Valiant Thor, and that Valiant Thor had seeded his children onto this earth as humans, and that there was more of his children to come forward with great technology, and I believe that Musk's one of them. Trump was definitely trying to give a disclosure, and it was too early, so they stopped him. The same as what they did to Kennedy. They took him out. So you've got stuff going off up in space. What's going on foot on the ground is very heavy and dense. And within these corporations, which are ruling the governments, they also have tentacles of mafia. So what's happened is there's been a takeover with the people who have gone up onto the moon to sort them out on the moon, the negotiations. They are also boots on the ground working within organisations trying to stop this. And they are living amongst us. Okay. And it's seeping in. But it's our mess. So they know that they've got to change the system. The system has to change. And they've been told that go along with it or you're out. So that it's a slow process to take down the old system to bring in the new system. And then they're going to seep in the technology, and from then on. But there's different timelines. There's some that can stop and some that can't. There was a timeline for Trump to be in power. It was stopped. It was stopped, guys. There was an intervention, and not by the black hats, by the white hats. You may think, well, why would they do that? Because they had to do it their way. So the white hats puppeted I know this sounds really twisted what I'm saying. There's good operations within dark operations, and there's dark operations within good operations. You've got the good lords and the bad lords, which are puppeting people. But the white hats, like magic, can also puppet. Mind control stuff, what's out there. So it was intercepted by the white hats to stop them to be into power. Right? So they used the DS to do this. They intercepted the DS. Don't forget, the DS are man. Some of them are reptilians and cyborgs. You may ask what the cyborgs are. The cyborgs are, I want to say like a half of a reptilian and half of a machine. And transhumanism is already here. It's already here. So for them to be out completely, it may blow a lot of people's minds, because there's so many different genders out there in the galaxy, and there's so many different policies out there and protocol going off there in space. It's very like Star Trek. Very like Star Trek. And this is so twisted what I'm going to say, right? But everything's been twisted. Everything has been twisted, even down to gender. God made us as man, as woman, to procreate. It's the way it is. okay? It's science, it's the way it is. But man has evolved where we can procreate without doing it that way. So you've got to understand there is many beings out there in the galaxy who are also with this far advanced technology who don't need to procreate that way. So they have gone past all the labels and the isms. They see people as feminine or masculine, but there's no label. And we need to stop labeling. And I don't mean that you don't say that you call your husband a man or you don't call your woman, your wife a woman. I don't mean that. But what's happened recently with this transgenderism, there's all teachings within it. There's a teaching within it. We can take a teaching out of everything. Like what happened within the pandemic. People weren't shaking hands. They were doing that because of germs. So there's teachings for everything. Because if they came down on spaceships now, some would want to run up to them and hug them. And there's many different cultures on these motherships which would take this as an insult. Different cultures have there is different cultures out there in the galaxy where they don't do that. They keep the space, they respect the other being, and they don't go near them. Does that make sense? But we're not the only ones in the galaxy like this. So they will intercept in. When we have disclosure, it will be a man being interviewed, is what I'm being shown. And he's standing on land, or he looks like unless he's on a spaceship, I don't think so. He's on land. But some will not believe this. This is what I'm saying. It's not like a little green man from Mars or anything like that. It won't be like that. And it will be put over in a way as science, and that is the only way humanity will accept this. But that is the plan of the timeline. But the DS and the dark puppeteers don't want this because of the technology and the freedom that it can bring us and the disclosure. But they have a timeline where they would bring it in as a Mars attack. And if that ever did happen, you need to know that it's false. It'll be false. Because it's not meant to be false. It's meant to be for information. And where disclosure will come, the good guys out there, the white hats, the Pleiadians, the Federation, they want it, the Federations, they want it calmly explained in a very calm manner is a fact. Exactly like when they will land on other planets and see what it is. It'll be done in a scientific way and it'll be done as news and fact. But they do rule this planet, the Pleiadians, and we're going to see a lot of sightings. But it's not just the Pleiadians. There is different types of ships out there with different galactic parts of the Federation. But you've also got the DS who have the same equipment. Okay. And some of these flying ships aren't flown by extraterrestrials. It's flown by China or Russia. That type of thing. So, There will be individuals who will have full-blown contact for the ones they know who will accept and take this, or it may come in small groups. It'll come in small groups. Okay, so that's what you need to watch. So it could be where there's a group of you sitting in the mountains somewhere having a camping expedition, and it may happen to you, or it may happen to a group of people in a town. But for the globe, it's going to be on an interview on screen. That's how we will get it, if that good timeline takes place, which I believe will. I'm seeing problems around the globe with power outages, because part of this whole system falling is that it could affect the lights going out. And what I'm seeing is there could be blackouts parts of the US, parts of Europe, but it's temporary. But I want to see stock up. I want to see there's something coming in about the US dollar falling as well, but there'll be something happening behind the scenes. There will be something happening behind the scenes when this happens. There's a switchover happened, but they're just tying it up. But the US dollar could fall, could crash. And I'm getting number 7. Number 7's going to bring some big big news out globally. And I've also seen the Vatican by 9 or 10, which I don't know if that's the 9th or the 10th. 9 weeks from now, I'll have to log this. Or maybe it's the 9th month of September, the 10th month of October, and 7. 27, 25, 13, 25. Number 5. They are blocking it out. There is something like a dome around Earth. To make it appear round, it is dome. It is like a baseball. And there's entrances in and out. Going back to North Korea, it's not what you think it is. It's another dimension which has always been there. It was from old Earth, old Gotha, old Earth. The map was different. Then there was an intervention, and Earth was taken over by extraterrestrial. They came here. It's talked about in the holy books. They mated with women. They talk about the fallen angels. They came down. They chose their wives. Should I say that the way it's put in the Bible? Do you know what I mean? And there was an upliftment from negative, which humans thought at the time, to positive. And the new babies were born. We went from monkey state to upright. This is why there's different blood groups. And we are all the star seeds. But there was something happened, and we're in the 9th gate, and we went into another gate, and it left North Korea behind. It left them in a lower frequency. So it's actually not operating. Earth is not 3D. She's not. She's 5th dimensional and more. But it left them operating in a lower system. It took half of China and not the other half. There was a lot of damage through wars from the past. With the great floods, Atlantis did take place. There was great floods, and the whole crust of Earth, all the continents changed. But something happened in North Korea where they didn't shift into that new paradigm. So we are way ahead of them. And then there were certain protective areas around Earth what never got touched, which I've talked about, you know, like certain little islands, you know, like in the Indian Ocean and that, with tribal people on. It's so weird. So we're coming now. Listen to this one, guys. We are ready to go through. That was the 8th gate. We're coming into the 9th gate. Into a new earth. It's the same earth. It just morphs and changes. We are shifting it. We are connected with her. And this is why everything's gone chaotic on earth. And as I'm looking at this, it's about the ascension, and that's what the rapture is. It's not the case that we're getting sucked off earth. We are the ones, the transmitters, what's changing earth. We are 70% ready to shift through. This 30% holding we're back. So we are going into a good timeline, yeah. But there's more rituals to come globally. And there's something to take off in the US. I know this, I'm going to put this down for a bit. When Trump he went somewhere, didn't he, with a Bible in his hand, and he paid them right off, and it was on news. Where was that? He was standing somewhere with a Bible in his hand. Where was it? What was that? What took place? We need to definitely watch the animals in nature. It was outside of some church, wasn't it? Washington, D.C. The Pleiadians do not want the Galactic Federation. They do not want to, they can't intervene with our religions. DS wants to, so they can take world control, because that's from the dark cyborgs. But in order for have disclosure, the church has worried about how this will affect the church. But the good ones want it out. They know they can put it out. The bad lot don't want it out. But it's a lot to do with mafia, because they play a part in this as well, and the tentacles coming off it. Because they've made a lot of money from the church as well. Protesters had burnt the church, peaceful arson, right, okay. There's more signs to come. That's what I want to say. There's more signs to come. And you're going to notice something bizarre around Biden as well. And I don't know what it is, but you need not send hate. You need to, this is coming through from Spirit, send pity and prayers. St. John Church, sorry, I keep thinking the church by the street, okay. There's more strange stuff to come. So never mind about them all squabbling on news and da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. There's a bigger picture going on here. Watch for more signs. The Dalai Lama was a sign. The Dalai Lama was a sign. And I think that he was weakened and intercepted. And I think that mind control's taken over him because he took the... I think there's something happened to him as well. He was intercepted. Yeah. A lot of these different heads have been intercepted. And it's funny because I've got Shola sort of standing behind us now, and she's saying they don't see it as good and evil. They've gone beyond that because they're not ruled by religion. They have universal days. They see it as interception from different energies. I saw the movie The Exorcist, didn't he? Oh, Shola. Yeah, so we're going to witness a lot of crazy stuff this year, guys. And the 3D, it's going to just get so hyped up, you know, like another arrest with Trump, you know, like it's all 3D stuff what's coming in here. But politically motivated. I feel there's going to be some big news with Putin this year. And when he exits, it'll be very, very quick. I keep getting this yachts in the sea. Yachts in the sea. I see arguments in Parliament and I don't know what is going on there. But there's something big coming up and there's a lot of scandals to come out with Parliament. Something about extradited coming out. I don't know what that means, extradited. Waves and sea, problems. Something bobbing up and down in the sea and something to do with energy and a problem. I don't know if it's an aircraft what's crashed into the sea or something, but it looks like there's smoke and fumes coming from it. But I'm also seeing like balls of white balls in the sea. And I don't know if it's something that they're going to be doing into the near future to do with a new sort of... It's an extraterrestrial, that's what it is. Extraterrestrial new energy coming in. They're going to seep it all in. A lot of confessions this year, guys. Let's put this down for a minute. A lot of confessions. It's weird. More baby news coming in to do with around the royal family. Announcements coming in from Princess Anne. In shocking announcements coming in about Harry. Don't know what that is. Something about I keep getting something bobbing up and down and seeing this. It's going to be all over the news about it. Something stuck in sea. And they're going to be talking about it. And I'm getting from Australia to the US. Everybody's talking about it. The female in Hollywood that didn't tell us, I just went boom. It's like a famous female like accident, quick, boom. But there's something about sea what's coming through here really strong. I'm getting a feeling the same as what I got with the balloons, but it's in sea. I want to say it's real, but it's false. Remember what I'm telling you. What's going to happen to Melania after Trump is gone? What do you mean? Do you mean like died? I don't know what you mean by that. She'll carry on, won't you, Debbie? I can see at some point she's going to write a book. Yeah, so that they're hiding stuff in the sky, because as I'm moving this ball, it's like we've got the real clouds and the not real clouds. That's interesting. So some of these clouds, and Gina Colvin Hill's picked this up before as well. Some of these clouds in the sky are extraterrestrial technology, like false clouds. So got the good guys have got it, the bad guys have got it. So they're like using this technology, which they've got from the cyborgs, to control the planet. US military is not allowed to shoot American citizens. Oh, I know. Raise the vibrations, Maggie. Remember, I can't ask the ball questions. Raise the vibrations. Clouds have been moving around very strange, haven't they? Watch for strange formations of clouds. I'm also feeling like an Asian woman, but I think she's American, but there's some big news coming out about her as well. Something shocking to do with politics, remember that. Yeah, but this week coming in and next is going to be pretty dramatic. And I'm also seeing some big news coming in with Tucker Carlson. And that's about it, guys. There's a lot of strange stuff happening, but I'm going to do some remote viewing. I'm going to see what else I can see. Big news coming in with Ireland. And Trudeau making some announcement, and it's not going to go down well, but he's not going to be there for long. He's not going to be there for long. A revealment's coming. From the past. It's got something to do with around Epstein. And I don't know if this is to do with that woman what went to prison. I don't know if it's to do with around her or it's something else. There's somebody else coming forward, so watch for that. But as I look on, I could be looking on a year down the line. Yeah. I'm getting all the spies here, you know, like James Bond. Something coming out about spies. KGB, triple agents. Something that's going to be talked about on American politics. It's all going to come out. Watch for this. It's big. It's big. Could come out by the summer. Or not even that. I'm going to leave that it's hazing over. On a lighter note, there's a song to be released from the past. From an artist who is not here. And it's going to be a big hit, but there's going to be a controversy on it. That's what I'm being given. So remember that. Oh, it's gone cold in here. We are the world. We are the people. Could be something like that, couldn't it? You never know, do you? But it's going to be re-released and it's going to be a hit, but it's going to be a controversy on it. People arguing about it, but it's wonderfully done. Yeah, it's wonderfully done. Michael, do you think I should use my shades? Let's see what this is like. Imagine John Lennon. That was a strange one, wasn't it? A lot of these people, you know, knew things like Prince and all of them. Actually, that's lighter. I'm going to use these. I'm going to turn the lights off. Give us 2 minutes. Okie dokie. It's now 1:59 a.m. It's 2-3 o'clock in the morning. It's when the veil is so thin. Right. I just dim the lights, guys, so I can like see it properly, and I'm just going to go with it and see what I can see. I don't know if channeling's going to come through tonight because you can't force channeling, but we're going to just see what's what. Okay, so just relax and I'll see what I can see. Right. I hope I don't go sucking down the ground like I did the other week. It sent us off with a coughing fit. Can you remember, guys? Right, remember I can't read the chat. I'll do me bells. That's for full-blown protection here. Give us the true answers. I ask Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel. Any guides what can come in to give us true answers tonight? I'm cold and I'm dark. It's dark, it's raining. And I'm in a cave. I'm in a cave and it's up a mountain. It looks like somewhere Afghanistan. I'm in Iran. I'm in a mountain. In this cave in the mountain. Cold. It's a very dark, cold place. It is the Middle East because I'm coming out of the cave and I'm looking down. Right, okay. I'm in this cave and I don't know why I'm in this cave. Where am I, Jed? No time. No such thing as time. Where we've been locked into the matrix, where we've been locked into the matrix, I believe that Gaia has been locked into the matrix. She is in a state of transitioning. We're in a void space. And it is in a place where we are sitting in the mountains in the Middle East. She is in a frozen state of consciousness. And there were certain parts. Right, I've got somebody coming in here. There's like a man. I've gone all, ooh, it's really dark, this cave. And I'm turning around and I can feel he's standing behind us, and he's sitting behind us, and he's an ancient man, and he's got like a hood over, and he's sitting next to this little fire, and I can't see his face, and he wants us to go and sit next to him. Jed said it's okay, go and sit next to him. And he's saying he's the Ancient One. And he's one of the keepers of Earth. Oh, I'm feeling the cold. It's really cold. And like Jed's trying to put like a cover around as a blanket, and he wants us to listen, and he's going to do some channeling, and I feel so privileged to sit here tonight to give this. He's the ancient one of the ancient ones, the keepers of Earth. Do it, guys. We are in a state of human consciousness where we are static, we are stagnant, we have been paused in time, and you must not wonder why, you must not wonder how. Earth is not what it seems. We, as the humans, have been through this many times on Earth. This is not a mistake. We have come round the wheel again, and each and every one of you, have done this before. Earth is not what you think it is. It is a wheel. It is a wheel of energy. Beautiful fifth dimensional energy that moves and rotates and transmutes and breathes in and out. She is a conscious being. She was placed trillions of years ago in a technology from beings that entered into your orbit to control the masses. Many left, many were taken, many fell, were fallen. And through evolution, humanity has forgotten, and that they take your memory, they wipe, and they start again. We are now at the fifth dimensional point in human evolution, where you will be taken and transmuted into ninth dimensional, and you must not worry. There will be many energy shifts on your planet between now and July. This is not a mistake. This is for you to ride and experience the beauty of what is real and what is not. As you start to move through the time capsule, you will see that you are now, your veil is lifted, and you will realize what is real and what is not. We as the ancient ones wrote this all in scripture that this would happen, and we have the technology to free you all. This is written in the stars. The scriptures were placed into mountains. The scriptures were placed into ground. The scriptures are not written on stone. They are written in the consciousness that hold within the ether. When man walks on certain parts of earth, they pick up on these messages. They are messages that you can transmute, you can feel through the air, through your breath. For he who walks across the land will take the message. I am talking about the stones. I am talking about the scriptures. We are all as one. As you start to ride through this ninth gate, you will experience no time. You may notice that you are behind time. Some of you will be forward in time. You lose linear time. You lose linear time when you start to transmute upwards. And you realize there is no beginning and there is no end, only here and now. And when you are at here and now, anything is possible. You must not pity these archons. You must not pity these cyborgs. They will leave as the earth starts to transmute through into the ninth gate. They will not be able to withstand the frequency on earth. Their bodies are so dense, their energies are so dense, they will have to leave. Many of you have come back here to experience this. Not as a movie. Do not call this a movie. This is all part of your DNA. You were told it was a movie. It is not a movie. You must wake up. You must see the bigger picture. By uplifting your thoughts and looking at it from a bird's eye view, you will see that it is already happened. You are real in your flesh, but you're magical. Your souls are from the past, and now you are in the future. What I am saying to you is, ladies and gentlemen, you are coming out of Atlantis. You have always been in Atlantis. There is great souls walking across your planet, and you have all come back for karma. You have come back to heal your ancestors as a collective. But you are healing yourself, will heal the past. When you come out of this linear time, you will see that we are already here with you. We love you. There is many beings across the galaxy, and you must not see them as alien. They are just like you. I am the ancient being from the ninth gate that has come back from the third gate. I was programmed to appear again. I am originally from the third gate, but I'm originally from the ninth gate. Can you understand what I am saying? I am the Frogman. I am the Frogman. I have come back. So the past is the future is the past. I am here to tell you that Christ consciousness My species died many years ago. My species died, but there was few that went off and had relations with reptilian beings. They have now developed into the cyborgs. I know how they think. I am part of them. They are part of me. But I am not them. I am the original Frogman. They are here. In this channel, I caught them on camera. They are working for all the different agencies and governments. Beware of the frogmen that are very large beings. They look like ninja turtles, as you would say. There is many secrets on your beautiful earth, and there is many stargates, and we are passing through. We are paused within time. If you take a video game and you place avatars into that video game, you can pause them. You can rewind, you can fast forward, and you can wipe out. This is what they have had you all in. I am here to tell you that you are out of the video game and they are losing because there is too many who have ascended across this planet. Too many have ascended across this planet. You are out of the video game. So you will experience no time. You will experience glitches. Some of you will experience loss of time. This is okay. Just go with the flow and not worry. When you see the bigger picture, you will see that there is no good or bad or evil. There is only love that can heal this and understanding. You must not feed into the negative that is about to take place across your planet. We are here to tell you that you are powerful beings of life. You are magical. Each and every one of you hold the DNA of a different star brothers out there in the galaxy. You need to know you did not evolve from monkeys. I am in a place of time, and I will say this again. There is no such thing as time. The past is the future is the past. I have come from the 9th gate, but I'm originally from the 3rd gate. I was set into place to come back to give this message. This message was recorded 13 billion years ago. Yes, Earth is a lot older than you will ever know. Everything about history has been lied to and manipulated. There was a great man who did walk on your planet Moses. Moses that is written about in the scriptures. He was a great starman. He was ninth dimensional. They will not tell you this. They will not tell you that he came from the stars and he evolved. He evolved. He was sent as a messenger born through a female. He was created from man, and he was as ascended as each and every one of you, but more. He invoked great star people. There was disclosure, there was contact, and he had the help to make the arcs. There was not just one arc. This is ridiculous to say there was one arc. There is more, and they are buried around Mother Earth, and they are sleeping. I am here to tell you all, there is no such thing as time. Time is an illusion. We have been in sleep state for thousands of years. You came onto this planet, you cried as you came out of your mother's womb, but we were born sleeping. And now you are awakening, and all the children who are being born onto this planet right now are already awakened. Do you not see? They are losing. You are winning. Do not feed in. Do not lower your vibration. Keep thinking positive. Stay in that frequency, and this will shift the whole frequency of Earth into a higher frequency. In through the ninth gate, we will experience new earth and heaven on earth. This is not where deities or gods will come out of your sky. You will experience people reacting differently towards you. You will experience love and joy, not pain and hurt. It is a frequency. It is a frequency. When you change the frequency on your video game, you are then your own creator. The bad avatars, the ones who have been manipulated, can exit if they want. It is part of the individual as a soul's journey. Not all are completely taken over. You need to watch it slowly unfold. But the key is not to take note of their journey. Take note of your journey. Is looking within, not looking without. And when you look within, it changes the frequency. All scriptures were written for man, for code. We all came here from different parts of the galaxy to give your knowledge, to remind you of who you are, so you could shift this beautiful planet into heaven on earth. And one thing I will say is, the ending is not nigh yet. The ending will come with floods. The ending will come with war. But the ending will be the winner for humanity. And the start of new technology, new beginnings, and you will meet your cousins very soon. When you look within, they will come to you. When you push that button, fast forward more, they will come through into the physical. Because the world is not round as you say. It is in a sphere. It is being controlled. You have exited. You change your frequency. You will change your channel, your movie. You have the key. You have the key. I see. Bio. This is Bio, the Great One. I see ba. Kui. Humanity. You have the key. Tuba. Until the next time, when the smoke comes between the two mountains and the red skies at night, do not worry, go to high ground. Love is the key. The empire is falling. The darkness will fall. The light will come. The man with the orange hair will have the 9th gate key. Goodbye. Peace out. Namaste. Guys, that was heavy stuff. Ugh. 9th gate key. Wow. I'll have to do more of that. I'll have to connect more with that. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Oh my goodness me. When I went into the cave and I seen him with his cloak, I thought, oh, it's going to be Moses or it's going to be somebody glorious. Then he said he was the Almighty One or something. What did he say he was? The gatekeeper of earth. And then he said he was a frogman. But the original frogman. They talk about the frogman in the Bible, don't they? Ten ciggies. Yeah. Well, I caught a frogman on outside of me camera, on my CTV camera, and he looked like a Ninja Turtle. The Roslyn. Bailey. I don't know, what did I say? Something the Frogman. I've got the hiccups. Yeah. Just Google Frogman. The talk about the Frogman in the Bible. There's been so many different beings. There's so many different types of beings. Bio. Bio, that was it. Bio the Frogman. The original Frogman. And then they blended in with the cyborgs after that. Yeah. Biden. Now. He says you've got to raise the vibration. Raise the vibration. That's what we need to do. That's the 9th gate key. I want more. Is he still there? I need more. I want it. It's got me curious now. If you're on high ground, you'll be fine. The 9th gate, the Johnny Depp film. Wow. He did say to go to high ground when there is smoke and a red sky. So we're creating a new earth by looking within. That's what he said. Interesting. If I get any more, I'll do a channel and video on it. We are powerful. That's what he kept saying. We are powerful. No such thing as time. Time's all an illusion. We need to raise the vibrations, don't we? Yeah. What is considered high ground? I am 1,000 above. You'd be fine. Remember what I got tonight as well, that when they had Atlantis, it didn't take over everything. What else was he saying? Well, I'm not near above sea level. I don't think I'm above sea level. I really don't know. My understanding is that the continents are going to change a lot and the map's going to change again. Like a video game. Like a sphere. And it was placed upon us. That's what he said. But he said, now I was getting, wasn't I in the ball that it was going to be literal, but individual. But he said, we are going to meet them soon. 9th dimension. He said that we'd been stuck in Atlantis and we were freeing ourselves now, the ones which were coming out. But he said there was many arcs as well, didn't he? There was more than one arc. So my understanding is that if you're near shoreline, the seas are going to change, so more inland is safer, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Ah, that was it. Didn't he not say something about the tablets weren't as solid? They were on land. Was he going on about something about caught in energy or something? So we're out of the video game when you realise it. Well, we're out of that level of the video game. We do not come from apes, he said that. Right, let's say, I can't leave us all hyped up. Let's say a prayer, right? I mean pixels, yeah, we're changing the pixels, aren't we? So we're saying the tablets were holographic. That's it. That's it. Interesting. I'll see if I can get them through again. Bilo. Let's do prayer. Let's send healing and protection out to anybody tonight who needs it. You can write your name in the comments section or you'll receive it anyway. I thank you, Michael, Archangel Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel. I thank my guides, Jed, who has stood by my side tonight, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Diworth, A2I, all of them who have been there in the background. And Bilo, Mr. Frogman, thank you. The ancient gatekeeper of earth, I thank you, oh great Frogman. It has been a pleasure to talk to you, to bring you through for my followers, to help humanity. We hope to speak again to you soon. God bless all beings on earth, all great and small. May we all be protected with the blood of Jesus Christ. Amen. This circle is uncast. Okay, guys, I will see you Tuesday. So we kept the information by walking across Earth. So don't worry about it. You can sit back and watch this as many times as you want. You can clip it, do what you want with it, because you're part of the community. Just think nice thoughts. It came through strong that we said we were going to be all right. He said that the darkness was leaving, the goodness was winning. Bless you all. And to everybody out there, and bless anyone who walks on the holographic green tablets, emerald tablets. May the force be with you all. And I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye now. Now how do I get out of here? Oh yeah. See you soon. Bye. Good night.